Alright, so animals that are like bigger and more intellectual, able to like speak and move around and like manipulate objects, are usually like a different variant of like, a tinier being and stuff like that. Like, you got like gorillas, and then you got like little tiny like marmosets and stuff like that, old tiny monkeys and stuff like that. And they got like, fucking blue whales are like a hundred fucking, feet like long and stuff like that. And they got little minnows and stuff like that. It's like a variation of the same basic thing. Like you got the big fish, tiny fish, and stuff like that. But you know, they have the same basic functions of just like, hey, I need to live and I need to like, move around and I need to like breathe and like go to sleep and wake up and stuff like that. Point of this being is that most of my life, I don't really give a fuck about bugs. And like, from like a zoologist like standpoint, that's like kind of like heartless and stuff like that. Most people are just like, yeah, it's a fucking bug. Just fucking, squash it. It's a fucking bug. Who fucking gives a fuck? Spider, just fucking step on it. It's a fucking spider. Ah, fucking fly. Just get swat it because it's fucking annoying and stuff like that. But I feel like it's pretty reasonable to say that like some people are considerate to the point where it's just like, you know what? Instead of killing this thing that's a living thing, let me open the window and just let it fly out the window. Isn't that much more simpler? Or isn't that much more simple? Isn't that much more humane and stuff like that? And I keep thinking that like, okay, so all we really have on this planet are like insects that are relatively small and stuff like that. There are like slightly big insects, like you have like the African like land snail that's just like basically like the size of a cat, but it's a snail and stuff like that. And then you got like maybe like some big flying like wasps and stuff like that that are like in the Congo and shit. But like for the most part, we don't have like giant insects the way there used to be in like the fucking Paleolithic era or something like that, or Jurassic era or whatever, when there was like so much more oxygen on the earth that everything was like really, really fucking big. But like think about the precedent that sets when we treat animals unkindly. That like every other species that isn't us has the potential to be just as intelligent as us. The same gift that we were given to have this mind and be able to communicate the way I'm communicating to you now, that could have easily been given to like the life of fish, or the life of bugs, or the life of reptiles, or anything. You could essentially take this same intelligence that we take for granted and put it into the life of anything that's alive. I mean, when you think about the way the energy conversion works, it's just like taking something that is stagnant and then making it animated. Like, I could take this ability to animate my intelligence right now and put it into fucking a house plant. And then in a week later, I'd have a fucking house plant that's talking to me and be like, feed me, Seymour! Seymour, feed me! Feed me, Seymour! And shit like that. We'd have a little shop of horror situation going on. And like, technology is not an original thing that's separate from nature. There is nothing that exists in technology that is not already in nature at the same time. Like, technology, I feel like, is like the byproduct of like the mother's milk that is the natural consciousness of the universe and stuff like that. Because everything that technology can do, no matter how great or endless, is still just a small percentage of the energy that it gets from like the being that created it. It's all like this fucking uteral transfer. This fucking what do you call that thing? Oh, damn it! What do you call the thing? The thing that you get when you're born? It's like this long tube. Umbilical cord. Ah, god, yeah. It's like this umbilical cord of fucking consciousness and stuff like that. It's just this whole fucking like connected fucking thing, and you just gotta like find a way to like wrap your head around it to understand it, and like your limits only extend to your ability to understand that connection. It's the same thing as a computer connection, but just like on a biological level. So basically, the strength of the connection between like the umbilical cord of you and your mother would be comparable to the strength of the connection that we have between like Wi-Fi signals today and stuff like that. But that connection's always been there. We've just pretended that it's this new thing that we invented. But like the biological connection strength that is needed to facilitate actual bonding and communication has always happened. Think about like what it takes for you to communicate with your mother and what happens when you don't. That's the same thing that happens when like computers connect or they're not able to actually receive each other. When there's no connection between electrical frequencies, everything breaks down. Your hard drive breaks down. You get full of viruses. You get full of malfunctions and all sorts of things, and your computer gets all twisted in the files and shit like that. But when the connection is healthy, when the nutrients from the umbilical cord to the child, which is like the self, you know, versus the universe and stuff like that, when the connection between those two things is healthy, then all the files fucking communicate well. You know, you got their firewall protection, you got your storage protection, you got your fucking Wi-Fi protection. The Wi-Fi strength is strong. You're getting full internet 100 fucking hours a day. Everything's fucking working on full fucking 24-hour max capacity.